My husband has kept a semi-regular journal through our 4-year relationship. He does not keep it hidden, and up till now, I have always respected his privacy. As long as he doesn't keep it hidden, I don't think there's anything wrong with the journal. Anyway, let's continue with the story. We had a heated conversation, and my gut told me to read it. So after he left for work, I did. Okay, this is where things start, to go sideways. He wrote several times that he hates me, and at one point he said when I was sick, he hoped I would die. Oh my god. Okay, now this is getting a little bit out of hand. Okay, when I read those words, I packed up me and our baby and went to a friend's where I am staying till now. That was probably a good move. You needed your time, your space to just, first go through about what you just read. This person you've loved for 4 years, you've lived with him like for 4 years, and suddenly you just find somewhere he's writing that he hopes that you die. So that, I guess, that was the correct move to do at this point. Just go and give yourself some space to think about what you just saw. I told him I just needed some space to cool off after our conversation and I will be home soon. I booked with my therapist and I contacted a lawyer. That was also a very smart move. You talking to somebody about it, that shows that you are ready, to talk about it, and you're ready to start saying how you feel about it, because this is somebody who is really close to you, and him saying that can really trigger some things. We had a rough patch recently that lasted about 2 weeks. It was a dark time, but we pulled through. There was no violence, no moments when I was afraid of him, just sincere conversations about difficult feelings. The notes of hatred correspond with with that rough patch. Oh, so you had a rough patch, and he wrote these notes when you are going through a hard patch. He did not talk about his feelings to you. He went and vented to his journal. But considering what he said in the journal is what is wrong. Feeling like you hope someone dies, that is just beyond extreme. The notes of hatred correspond with, with that rough patch. The rest of the journal is tame and reflects the man I know and love. Mostly little self-pep talks around work and family stuff, goals, and habit tracking. He sent me several warm messages since I left. He said he's glad I'm taking space for myself and he looks forward to reconnecting when I come home. It's okay to have little hiccups, that he loves me, etc., etc., etc. So, it might be difficult for you to go back to the point where we were, because now when you look at him, you'll just be thinking of, oh my god, this person once said he hoped I'd die. Anytime, now you'll start, you said you're not afraid of him, but out of nowhere, you'll get yourself being afraid of this person, a person you've bonded with for more than 4 years, a person you've lived for more than 4 years, but your mind will just keep going back to that page to just remember what he wrote. Somebody writing something like that means that that person is really, I don't even know how to phrase it. I was sure our relationship was over the moment I read that he hates me, or even the moment I felt the need to violate his privacy. So yeah, I will be in the same feelings the moment I am reading that you hate me. Like, you hoped I die. That is a very, for me, that's really heavy. But the warm messages and the rest of the journal have me wavering a little. So that's your love for him, telling you like he's gonna change. This is not him, you're just having a rough patch and all that. There's always that side of you always telling you, no, he cannot do this, he cannot be guilty of this. But when you go back, you're gonna be always like, he hoped I die. Anytime you'll have another rough patch, you're gonna remember the first rough patch you had, he hoped you die. What about if you have another rougher patch than the first rough patch? Okay, I understand the need to blow off steam when things are tense, and journaling is a healthy way to do it. But never even in our darkest moments have I fantasized about his death. Splitting up maybe, but this feels so sinister. I don't know how I could ever feel safe around him again. As I said before, anytime you're gonna have a rough patch, you're gonna be thinking about the time that he said he hoped you would die and that he hates you. Anytime you're having a good time, you're just gonna be looking at him and you're wondering, he hoped I die. Is he gonna kill me, child? I don't know. That's how I would be thinking. Is this just healthy venting and I'm overreacting here? For me, hoping someone dies and hatred is okay. I don't even know what to say there, but for me, this is not healthy venting. You're not overreacting. You have every reason to want an explanation for anything that you want an explanation for. Like, how did we get to this point of you hating me, of you hoping that I die, instead of, oh my god, instead of us talking about this, you went and vented to your journal and hoping that I die and hoping that, oh my god, the fact that you said you hate me, you're not overreacting. For me, this is not overreacting. This is just, your feelings are justified and you need to talk about your feelings open. Has anyone else had similar thoughts about a spouse they than that they get over? Has anyone else had similar thoughts about a spouse that they then get over? Or is this a man I need to protect myself and my baby from? Right there, that thought will always be sticking in your mind. Sorry, because you'll always be thinking, is my baby safe around this man? What if, for instance, I died? Will my baby be safe around this person? So for me, this story is like really, I would say that her feelings are justified for her to feel that way. Also, she needs to talk it over with him and tell him this and this is what I found. Can you please explain me how we got to this point? When did the hate get this much? when did you when did we get to this point? Because according to her, she was aware that they were living fine, and having a rough patch in a marriage is completely normal. People do have rough patches and they talk over it and they get back on their feet. But somebody going ahead and hoping that you die and says that he hates you, that is something that is a little bit serious. And I would hope that you two talked about this and just tell him this is what is going on with me. Okay, let's continue. Edit to add context. The rough patch was about his feelings for another woman. Oh Jesus. So he did not cheat, but his friendship with her makes me uncomfortable. That part of the journal where he says he hates me was written as a love letter to her. He says he thinks about me dying and being replaced. Okay, with this new information, girl, don't go back there. He was writing literally a love letter to someone else, wishing you were dead so that someone else can replace you. You cannot be safe around this man. That's just me saying you cannot be safe around this man. You should not go back. I was I was hoping you two had a chance, but after reading this, the part of the journal he says he hates you, it's written as a love letter. The fact that he leaves keeps me wondering now. The fact that he leaves this journal, for you to see everywhere it is, does it leave it out so that you can read it and know that this is what is going on in my mind? Like, is he tempting you to read the journal? Because if my spouse leaves his journal somewhere, I'm gonna want to see, like, what is it in this journal. So is he just tempting you or something of the sort to just read the journal and hoping that you come across that text and you ask him about it? And oh my god, I don't even know what to say right now. Tell me what you think in the comment section. We will continue with this. Oh my god, this is just. Oh, tell me what you think in the comment section, guys. I'm lost for speech right now. Okay, thank you. Bye.